The other thing is with Deebo Samuel. Okay, as far as best football players in the league, best football players that play at the wide receiver position, he's up there, top 5, top 10, top 15, as far as absolute best football players, most valuable players in the league. Absolute stud. Absolute stud. But if you want to talk about skills that are unique to the wide receiver position in terms of route running and pass catching, he's not top 15. He's not top 20. His people will hear this and they'll say, "You're crazy. He led the league in receiving yards before he even started running the ball." But they don't go back and look and see that all that was yards after the catch on little bubble screens.
Yeah, he's not exactly Jerry Rice. No.
His average depth of target was something like 250th.
But hold on. Before we say what Deebo is or isn't, I just like to see him with a quarterback who isn't Jimmy Garoppolo, because Jimmy's holding him back. Jimmy holds everyone back. I just want to see that, because I think Deebo's going to be better without Jimmy. I could be wrong.
Well, I think you're wrong, and here's why. I think he's going to be the same guy, but here's the thing. With Jimmy as the quarterback, how that forces Kyle to only have these little screen passes 5-yard over the middles. Deebo can do that with any quarterback.
Right.
But if we have a quarterback who is like, okay, let's dial up some stuff for route runners who are going to get down the field, throw up the ball, some contested catch stuff down 40 yards down the line, is Deebo going to be excelling at that stuff?
Maybe not, but what they can do, and what we saw last year, is when it's time to take a shot off of play action, which isn't necessarily all about route running. It's more about, deception and explosion. They called it for Deebo, and Trey Lance hit Deebo for touchdowns. He did it against Seattle and against Houston. Now, maybe I just feel like you're going to see that part of Deebo's game where you mentioned the depth of target. That's going to be different. I'm just saying. And the thing about Jamar Chase, people knocked him coming out of college with the route running and the hands. I think a lot of the NFL now is get the ball in your playmakers' hands quickly and let them do their thing. So I'm just saying, like, the ability after the catch that Deebo and Jamar Chase have is pretty special, and I wouldn't minimize it. I think it's very, very valuable because it takes so much pressure off your quarterback, right? And the whole team, man. If you're 3rd and 20, you got a guy like that, you're still alive.
Well, see, I wasn't saying to minimize that. I said as far as the most valuable, the most valuable player. Yeah, absolutely. But as far as how he plays wide receiver, I'm thinking of traditional Antonio Brown, Jerry Rice route runners.
Yeah, he's not that. So I like that you say route, because really you would, in every other context in life, you say route. You don't say route 66, it's route 66. But in football, all of a sudden it's routes. What are you talking about? No one says routes. I don't understand that. Football's weird. They just pronounce words incorrectly for no reason. Everyone accepts it. What the fuck? Anyway,
Notre Dame, like Notre Dame. No, it's Notre Dame. That's Notre Dame.
Favre? What are you talking about? Later, man.